If you're having a bad day, if things are getting a bit too much and you're starting to get a bit emotional, let it out. Let it out. Embrace it. Hello and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. And if you are a returning viewer and subscriber, welcome back. In this video, I am going to share with you the things that I do to prioritise my well-being, whether it be physically, mentally and emotionally. And the reason that I'm sharing this with you today is because it's so important. We all have busy lives. I've got a day job, I run a business, I'm growing a YouTube channel, I create content, I'm a mum, I'm a partner, I'm a sister, I'm a friend. We all have busy lives, but what we do is we neglect ourselves, we neglect our well-being. And so when we get to the point of feeling like we're having a meltdown, we are almost burning out, we are feeling poorly, we don't know what to do, we're exhausted, we want to give up, there are things that we can do to help us prevent getting to that point. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. I hope you're ready. I'm ready. Let's get right into it. I've decided to call these tips shifts because they are mindset shifts that I've had around reframing different kinds of beliefs. So the first shift I'm going to share with you is letting you know that crying is a form of release, not of weakness. How many times over the course of your life have you been told that crying is a weakness? Crying is shameful, it's embarrassing, that you need to man up, you need to have a hard skin. These are things that I have grown up with and they have carried on with me throughout my adult life. So when I am at a point where I feel like I can't give any more, there's no more energy, I don't have any more time, I'm only one person, and all I want to do is cry, I wouldn't, because I would see that as a form of weakness. I would see that as a reflection on my capability to be able to do the things that I want to be able to do in my life and do them the way that I want to. But it's so not true. It's so not true. And if you are somebody who resonates with this and you have the same, I guess, attitude or belief towards crying, I really want you to take a second right now to reframe it. Crying is a release. It is not a weakness. This is something that really helps me now, and actually I make time for it. If I am out in public and I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed, a bit emotional, I'm probably not going to burst into tears and say the high street or a coffee shop. I'm going to wait till I get home so I can do things in that moment to help me get through that. And then when I get home, I've got time in my own home, in my own, I guess, comfort blanket, just to have 5 minutes to let it all out. It's so important when you are feeling emotional to let the emotions come through, because when you don't, and I've done this myself, when you don't do that, they stay there and they store and they store and they keep storing until they build up and they build up and they build up even more, and in one day, that's it, you will explode. So if you are feeling right now like you are an emotional person, and I am an emotional person, I want you to know that it's okay to cry. If you're having a bad day, if things are getting a bit too much and you're starting to get a bit emotional, let it out. Let it out, embrace it. I'm not saying it's going to solve everything, but what it will do is it will let you release all of those emotions. Because when you take action, when you make decisions, when you do things from that emotional place, it's never for your best interest. So that's my first shift. Really know that crying is a form of release, not of weakness. When you feel your best, what are you doing? What are you feeling? What are you wearing? One thing that I really learned, and I'm proving that today, when I'm feeling my best, it's because I have done things to make that happen. For example, filming today, I wanted to wear this black jumpsuit. I wanted to straighten my hair. I wanted to do my makeup. Now I do my makeup on my hair most days, apart from the days that I don't have time to even brush my hair, but most days I'm quite good with that. I do like to put my makeup on, and it's because it makes me feel good. It's an obvious one for me. I know that I feel good when I do things to make me look good. And a lot of this comes from your own inner confidence as well, which is another story for another time. But I want you to think about when you are feeling at your best, at your most content, your most happiest, what are you doing? Are you talking to particular people? Are you around a certain group of people? What are the things that you're doing? What are the things that you're wearing? What are the things that really make you feel good and light you up? Because when you are going about your everyday life, when you have that inner, I feel good, then you're more likely to enjoy the process. You're more likely to show up for yourself, your best, and you're more likely to get things done. Whereas on a Tuesday, for example, my little boy is at home with us. He's not nursery on a Tuesday. And I tend to have Tuesdays as like my jogger or my jeans or my jeggings kind of day. And I don't feel particularly productive, but that's because I know, other than my day job, which I have 5 days a week full time, I know that I'm going to be doing things like running around the garden with him, tidying up all of his toys, getting creative, getting the paints out. And so you kind of dress for particular situations. But the moral of the story here, and the biggest thing that I want you to get across, is what are you doing when you are at your happiest? Think about that and start to implement that into your everyday life. So in the comments below, let me know what is one thing that you love to do that makes you feel really good, and you're going to start implementing it every day going forward. If you are somebody who constantly feels like there are just not enough hours in the day, this shift is really going to help you. One of the things that really helps me, and this helps me from a mental well-being perspective, is when I am doing things, especially on the days where I just feel like I don't have time to do any of this, I really think about and am mindful of what I'm doing. If I don't have time to do this, what am I spending my time on? And do I need to spend time in that area? And one of the questions that I ask myself in this moment is, what is the intention and purpose of me doing it? Because when you do things with intention and purpose, you've got that energy behind it that you know you are doing it for a reason. How many times have you done things and you think, well, I don't actually know the reason for doing it. I just did it because it was on my to-do list. It's something I need to do. Whereas the things that you might not be doing are the things that do have a purpose to it. You know, they add something to your life. They add something to you. They add something to your future. So really take a second today to think about what are the things that you want to be able to do, but you're not doing because you feel like you don't have enough time. And when you've done that, ask yourself, what is the intention and purpose of doing those things? Because that will really highlight where you should be spending your time. So for example, you are watching me on YouTube. It's obvious that I am here because I want to have a really successful YouTube. I love building my YouTube family, and I really enjoy creating content like this that is really going to help you behind the scenes. And so for me, if I don't treat filming, for example, as a priority, and the intention of filming is to create content, the purpose of filming is to publish content, connect with you, help you, all of those things. If I don't do that because I feel like I don't have enough time, because I'm spending time scrolling on my Instagram or binge watching other YouTube videos, I'm not really living out my life's purpose. I'm not really living out my vision. I'm not doing the things that make me feel good. And that ultimately has such a massive knock-on effect on your mental well-being. Because when you feel like you're doing things because you feel like you should, you have to, you're forced to it, it has such a different energy and feeling to when you're doing something that you love. So again, have a think about all of the things that you want to be doing, but you feel like you can't because you don't have enough time. What is the intention and purpose of doing those things? When you do that, you will get so much clarity, and you will then look at the things that you are spending your time on and think, why am I wasting my time doing that? Why am I wasting my time scrolling? Why am I wasting my time doing all of these things that I don't actually need to be doing or want to be doing, when I could be doing all of these things that I'm putting off, and they're the pressure is building up in the back of your mind because you know you've got all these things to do. When you can really do this work, your energy will change, your motivation will change, and you will get to that point where instead of thinking, these are all the things I've got to do today, these are all the things I get to do today. So have a go at this exercise. Let me know how you got on in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. So far in this video, I have shared the shifts with you that have really helped me from an inner perspective. We talked about things that will help your emotional well-being and also your mental well-being. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the physical well-being. One thing that really helps me in the moments where I feel like I can't do this, I just want to give up, it's becoming too much, I need to walk away from that situation, which is an obvious thing to say, but not only walk away from that situation, I need to go for a walk. I need to be out in nature. So this is obviously from a physical perspective because you're moving your body. So the first thing is think about what can you do right now. Don't think about every day. If you're feeling so overwhelmed that you don't have time to move your body, just take it day by day. So today, what can you do even just for 5-10 minutes to get your body moving? So for me, like I said, I'll go out in nature. We live by a really lovely woody area. The trees are just beautiful. We love going out as a family and also on our own too, but it really gets my body moving. However, it has such a massive positive knock-on effect on my mental and emotional well-being because it helps me get away from the situation I'm in. It helps me collect my thoughts. If I'm not out on my own and I'm with my partner or a friend, I'll probably be talking about all the things that I'm thinking and feeling, and together we end up just managing to come to some kind of solution that if I didn't take myself out of that situation, I wouldn't have come to on my own accord. And it's just such a lovely experience. It's like my own little therapy. Sometimes I can go out for half an hour. Some other times I just walk around the area for like 10 minutes. And if I don't even have 10 minutes, I'll just walk out in the garden bare feet. It seems so simple, doesn't it? But even taking 2 minutes to walk out in the garden, walk around in bare feet, be in the open air, collect my thoughts, I wouldn't do that because I wouldn't see it as a priority. But ultimately, what's the knock-on effect of me not doing that? I would stay in that situation of pure overwhelm and exhaustion. I wouldn't get anything done. I'd probably make mistakes. I would make decisions and choices from not my highest good, in fact, the complete opposite. And certain things have happened as a result of that. So I would really just get you to think about today. Firstly, what can you do to get your body moving? And let me know in the comments below what you decide. Do something today that gets your body moving. And the next thing that I did to really help look after my physical, emotional and mental well-being is take care of my body from the inside. So there are 2 things that I now do religiously. I take my multivitamins and I drink as much water as I possibly can. Drinking water is not something that I used to love, and I would just drink it and think there's just no point to this. It doesn't taste of anything. I didn't really enjoy it, and I learned very quickly that I need to do things that I enjoy. I need to create ways, and you can get really creative with these things. Create ways that make the process fun, make it enjoyable. And I do something so tiny. It really helps me make sure that I am drinking the water. So I've got my clear bottle, just a normal sports bottle. I think I got it off Amazon or something. And I just drink, I fill it with water and I put some lemon or lime in there or some fruit, whatever I want, have a bit of a taste other than the tasteless taste that water has, if that makes any sense. And I take my vitamins every day. Now, I'm not somebody who can advise you on vitamins, so if you are looking for some inspiration and some guidance around what vitamins you should take, I would definitely get a professional opinion. I'm not going to share the ones that I take because I don't want anyone to feel like you have to take the same ones as me. And there are other things that you can do. There are so many other remedies out there that will help look after yourself from the inside out. But for me, the purpose of this video is to share the things that I do. So take my vitamins every day and make sure I drink as much water as possible. It seems such a simple thing to do. I would get to the afternoon and I'd be like, I haven't drank any water today. I haven't taken my vitamins. And some days I'll be like, oh, it doesn't really matter. But from coming from a place of coming out of almost burning out, pure and utter exhaustion, mental, emotional meltdowns, from coming from that place to really putting these simple but effective things in place that don't take up any time really, don't cost that much money, it has such a massive knock-on effect. So those are things that I do. Let me know in the comments, are there any other things that you do or want to do to help taking care of yourself from the inside out? Let me know in the comments below. If you are someone who doesn't do any of these things and you know that your well-being is suffering right now, then watching this and listening to all of these tips might add to that overwhelm. I hope it doesn't, but I know that when you are in that overwhelm kind of fog, it's really hard to think independently. It's really hard to think outside of the box. And what I want to share with you is, if that does resonate with you and you are feeling like this right now, then please make sure that you reach out to me, because these things are so simple and easy to put in place. They don't take up any time really, they hardly cost any money. At the beginning of this video, I shared the things that I do in my life. So I've got a day job, I run a business, I'm growing a YouTube channel, I'm constantly creating content, I'm creating programs, I'm a mum, I'm a partner, I've got family, friends, and all of those things take up so much time. But putting these things in place enables me to feel my best. Enables me to feel my best, and I have the energy and the excitement and the motivation, and because of that I make the effort to really show up in all areas of my life the best way that I can. So even if you come away from this video and you take away one thing, take away that one thing and do it consistently. Because once you do something consistently, it forms a habit. Once you've formed a habit and you carry on doing it, then it becomes second nature, like brushing your teeth, getting dressed, having a shower, having dinner. So this is really kind of give you a bit of a motivational talk, just to know that you're not alone. If you find this, or actually anything in your life, if you're feeling overwhelmed, you're not alone. There is support out there for you. I'm here. This channel is here to support you. I'm constantly creating new content for you. I'm constantly thinking of new ideas of things that will help you. So if you think of anything right now and you think, I'd really love you to go into that more, or I'd really love you to show me how you did this, or I'd really love you to show me tips on doing this, then you can always reach out to me. I really want my YouTube family to be just that, family where you know that I'm approachable. You can ask me questions, you can ask me for some help, and I can give you my support. Having a support system is vital for so many different reasons, and I am going to create a video about my entire support system structure that really helps me show up in all areas of my life the way that I want to. When I talk about show up as your best, it's not about going over and over and over and over the person that you are. It's nothing to do with that. It's about showing up your best, or my best is about showing up as myself. It's about doing the things that I love to do, and more importantly, doing things the way that I want to do them. I really hope that you have enjoyed this video today. And like I said, if you have got any questions or need any support, then please feel free to reach out to me. All of the links to connect with me in my Facebook group or my Instagram are in the description notes below. So feel free to come and connect with me there. But you've obviously also got the comments box here. And I hope that you have enjoyed it. I wish you the most amazing day, and I will see you in the next video.